Hey everyone, this is Solomon SK, and you're tuning into Whiskey and RPGs, and I'm super excited to be here. This is going to be our second episode, and I just want to thank everybody who has subscribed and left a like so far. Any support is definitely appreciated since I'm just starting out. It means a lot to me. So, we got a lot to talk about. BlizzCon finally wrapped up, and let's just get straight to it. Cheers, everyone. So the first game I wanted to talk about is Diablo IV. Now, I promise why I've included this game in my MMO news episode, and that first bit of news comes from PC Gamer. There's an article written by Tyler Wilde. He actually compiled a comprehensive list of all the features coming to this game, some including having an open world that is shared among players, 5 regions with a day and night cycle, dynamic weather, world events that require players to work as a team together, enemies that scale so friends can play together, but some areas will be more difficult than others, and so on. And you might be thinking, that's awesome, that's great. Will there be an offline mode? Unfortunately, this game will be online only, which didn't sit very well for a lot of Diablo fans and Redditors. There isn't a whole lot of information about PvP either, saying that there are plenty of time to get to the details out there. Lastly, we have to talk about monetization, considering some of the controversies Diablo 3 went through after its release, such as the real money auction house. Diablo 4 will be getting expansion packs, but there will also include microtransactions that won't sell power. I'm really hoping Blizzard holds up that end of the bargain, considering the myriad of bad press that they received over these past few months alone. I'm personally excited about this game. It feels like they're going more towards an action MMORPG style, such as Lost Ark at face value, which is why I've included this game here, but who really knows? I personally don't mind seeing other players in the world of Diablo, considering I'm a huge MMO fan, but some concerns are raised. Will it still feel desolate and hopeless? They say player populations will change depending on what part of the world you are in. Towns will have the biggest population, but still don't have any specific numbers. I'll link the article down in the description for more information. And of course, I can't get by this episode talking about World of Warcraft's new expansion called Shadowlands. Have you guys seen the new cinematic trailer during BlizzCon? It was amazeballs. Anyways, if you guys didn't know already, it will take place right after the previous installment, Battle of Azeroth. The Alliance and Horde are still have a pretty shaky truce, but you know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess? The expansion will include additional zones. One is called Revendreth, which has a Dracula dark goth setting. There's another one called Ardenweald, probably butchering that one. It has a very lush forest, bug monsters. Third zone is called Maldraxxus, and it's a barren wasteland in the desert type of look and feel. And the last zone mentioned is called Bastion, which is very heavenly, very blue in the sky with lots of snow. Now, one of the biggest features everyone is wondering about is choosing a covenant. According to BlizzardWatch.com, they are a cross between factions and class halls. You can ally yourself with a particular covenant, and it doesn't matter if you are part of the Alliance or Horde. Each covenant provides the player the unique abilities, 2 to be exact. One will be available to all players who chooses a covenant, and the other will be a class-specific ability used for combat. And of course, you'll have your new raids and dungeons. So Shadowlands pre-orders have already gone up for sale. Base edition is $40, Heroic edition is $60, and the Epic edition is $80. You can go to their main website for more information of what each edition comes with. The expansion is set to be released in 2020. Looking at Blizzard's past, in terms of release dates, they've always seemed to be choosing the months of July or August. Let me know in the comments section below what you guys think and if you guys are excited. So the next bit of news comes from ESO. Elder Scrolls Online base game will be free to play this coming November 16th through the 13th on PC, Mac, PS4, and Xbox One. You will also receive 500 crowns to spend in their in-game cash shop. According to their website, you can create 4 of the game's classes: Nightblade, Templar, Dragon Knight, and Sorcerer. You also have access to 23 unique zones. But do remember, this is the base game. They have released multiple expansions over the years, and this free trial will not give you access to all of the content, with the exception of your own Season of the Dragon adventure via Elsewire Prologue Quest. I'm probably butchering that. I apologize if I am. The Season of the Dragon began earlier this year with the Wrathstone DLC game pack. So we have multiple news regarding Guild Wars 2, and they both come from Massively Overpowered. If you're a Quiznos fan, you're in luck. The sandwich company has partnered with ArenaNet to help promote their Icebrood Saga. According to their website, buy any sub, get a free code for an in-game Icebrood Saga Heroes bundle, which includes an item booster, karma booster, XP booster, 10-slot bag, and an Icebrood Saga Ogre mini pet. But wait, there's more! Players who do not already own a copy of Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire expansion can also receive a coupon for $10 off the standard or deluxe edition. Real quick, I know this is a little cheesy, but I love gimmicky stuff like this. As a 90s kid, I'd argue that that decade was the year of gimmick when it came to comic books, video games, and toys. By the way, does anyone remember this? This was a thing. It really was a thing. But you know what? I'd still keep that over a scroll though, I'm just saying. Anyways, the second bit of news for Guild Wars 2 comes from their live stream. It's been confirmed by Massively Overpowered that Episode 1, Whisper in the Dark, will be arriving in about 2 weeks on the 19th of November. Not a whole lot of information is known about this new content other than the Bone Skinner is coming, quote unquote. Lastly, a Redditor discovered a job posting from ArenaNet for a senior gameplay programmer that also seemed to hint of a possibility for a console game. Is Guild Wars 2 going to be headed to the consoles, or is it an entirely new game? It's all speculation right now at this point. Remember, they worked on something before, something similar to this, but it was cancelled. Plus they were hit with a lot of layoffs earlier this year, so who really knows? But I personally hope that ArenaNet is able to prosper. I grew up with the original Guild Wars games, and I have a lot of fond memories with that. So the next game I wanted to talk about is a game called Seed. Now, I had no idea what this game was about or what it entails. I was only made aware of it after watching the latest installment of MMO Byte. Shout out to you guys, I love your content, keep up the great work. I believe for simplicity's sake, it's been categorized as a sandbox MMO, but according to their Wikipedia page, it's also a simulation game and a construction and management simulation. Players are tasked with colonizing other planets after Earth has become too inhospitable. They even hired a professor of law from Harvard to help with the in-game political structure that will be in the game, which is something you don't see in a whole lot of games these days. Seed will also be utilizing the cloud-based operating system, allowing the world to be fully persistent even when you log out of the game. Personal opinion here, the game looks super interesting. I love it when companies try something different and unique. My only gripe about Seed is its low polygon art style. Of course, that doesn't mean that the game will be bad in any way, but I will certainly be closely monitoring its progress. The alpha has started about a month ago, but players are selected randomly. There are no buy-ins, there are no pre-orders required to participate. All you need to do is sign up for the newsletter so you can be alerted if you have been selected. So this next part of the video is what I like to call MMO Tidbits. There's a lot of MMO news that I think that are worth mentioning, but doesn't require an entire segment to explain, but still pretty interesting news nonetheless, and so I've gathered together some of the things that you guys might be interested that are worth mentioning. So let's just get started. So the first bit of tidbit news is from Old School RuneScape on mobile, which is celebrating its first birthday. There'll be an in-game event with cake, it's not a lie. Bobby Hendry, the executive producer, said the game has more than 8 million installs and will continue with big plans with expansions such as Mauritania and a new game mode called Leagues. If you play Black Desert Online on the PS4, now will be your chance to play the Striker and the Tamer class. Now, just to let you know, the Tamer is sort of a meme in Black Desert Online because you're able to make it into a very short and small person. In other words, a lolly. Although some of that did go away when Kakao Games did introduce the Shy class earlier this year. But I just wanted to let you know that's what you're in for if you do decide to roll a Tamer. Don't say I didn't warn you. According to MMORPG.com, Camelot Unchained has now been delayed to at least 2020, but CEO Mark Jacobs said that they are providing refunds to players who are frustrated over this information. Star Wars: The Old Republic, while being developed, was partly in the news because of all the speculation regarding the cost of the game. Narrating most, if not all, the characters in the game was a massive undertaking and certainly ambitious. It still would be even in 2019. GameSpot reports that the game has earned about $1 billion in revenue since its release in 2011, according to publisher Electronic Arts. Good on them! I guess the fears about the game going offline because of the disaster that was Anthem has been put aside, so that's always good news. And lastly, I suppose if you're looking for sort of an anime MMO that's out there, there's a game called Aura Kingdom that you could check out. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is that they're introducing a new class called the Rockstar. I have no idea what it entails, but I don't know. I just saw that anime graphic and I thought, I'll include it, why not? Because I do enjoy anime myself, so there you have it. Those are some of the stuff that's going on within the MMO world. Again, thank you for tuning in. This is Whiskey and RPGs, and my name is Solomon SK. Thank you to those who already subscribed and left a like and commented. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't done so, I hope I could earn your trust and your subscription as well. Let me know how I can make my channel better. I'm putting a lot of effort into it, and I hope that shows. But if not, again, let me know. I'm open to constructive criticism as well. And I just hope everybody has a blessed day, have a good night, and cheers again, everyone. Thanks again.